February 16th, been a minute. How good did it feel to, just kind of get one tonight and bring the energy back to the building some?
It felt amazing, and I thought the way we did it was even better. 33 assists, I believe, which I thought we really felt that while playing, sharing the ball, defending hard, playing for one another. It was really awesome.
Max, we talk all the time about the points and rebounds and stuff for you, but how much does the win actually mean to you guys right now, especially, needing something to get you guys the positivity?
These are just means to get to the win, which is the end of the end goal, really. That's the goal all along. A lot of empty stats when you lose, doesn't mean much, but being able to provide for the team, whether you're on the court or you're not, just through energy. I know that, for example, Dylan's been out for a couple weeks now, and he still brings like insane amount of energy for us, and that impacts us a ton. So by any means necessary, the win just feels amazing.
Max, behind the scenes, working with Russell Westbrook, he did have his 208th triple-double tonight. What is it like, just being around him off the court, in the locker room, on the road, and things like that?
First of all, he's a legend of the game. So everything he tells us basketball-wise is just, a gold nuggets here and there. You just have to be able to, pick it up, listen. And then beside that, he's just a, really joyful, driven individual that just brings that, that energy, that talk, those laughter in the locker room, while still being, a high-level professional and setting the tone for us rookies, but really for the whole team. So he's been really a plus for us this entire year. And, you just said it, 208 triple-doubles, most in NBA history. You don't just do that of pure talent, right? Like, he's an amazing worker, great human being. I just, have nothing but positive things to say about him.
Max, I imagine he makes it so much easier around the hoop. You're kind of known for having that touch around there, but it seems as if the confidence is even an all-time high around the hoop right now. Is that something that has kind of gotten a little easier as the season gone on, or is it kind of match what you were doing earlier in the season and in college?
I do believe it's always been a strength of mine, but then when you pair it with such an elite passer as Russ and good team basketball, we mentioned 33 assists earlier, it makes it much easier. And then I believe we're almost, game 60-something. So that just gives you some more, you just had like a ton of more reps, a ton more confidence. So, it just keeps going in.
Building off that a little bit, Max, you guys dominated the paint 68 to 36. You, in particular, how are you noticing or recognizing just how to use that space even when the defense collapses to be able to get the looks that you've been able to get?
Well, you said it. If you roll hard and you create an advantage after, either screening or someone driving and you're wide open in the paint, it's a layup. And if they just collapse, then it's a wide open three. So really, no matter what you do, you just try to create an advantage early in the possession. Oftentimes, pick and roll, maybe a reject, maybe just a drive. And then from there, we're just trying to read all the rotation that follow up from that, trying to make up for this. So, yeah.
Max right here. You pointed out the 33 assists, but something that stands out to me is really only 3 turnovers throughout the entire game. What was kind of going on to where you guys kind of cleaned it up? Was that a specific emphasis of focus, or talk to me there?
That's funny you say this. I did not even notice, but it clearly felt like we were not giving away a lot of possession. I feel like the past couple of games we kind of had we were losing the possession battle, whether it was offensive rebounds or turnovers. So it was definitely a natural fix that we had. I believe they only had 9 offensive rebounds as well, which is, if we can keep them to 10, it's great for us. So, yeah, I didn't even notice that, but 100%. And shout out to Dib for the 91% from the free throw line. He's the free throw coach.
Max, I believe earlier this season you kind of talked about the adjustment from the college game to the NBA game, just like the sheer length of the season and the workload. 38 minutes tonight. How have you adjusted to that? How have you felt like you've adjusted to that? And just how are you feeling in general with the workload?
Well, it's funny you say this. I did not really feel like it was 38 minutes tonight, so I think that's a good sign. But then at the same time, I believe you always have like another gear to your game. Being able to be in peak condition. You might get like a couple more rebounds, a couple more screens, a couple more run rolls from there. So there's always room to grow, but definitely I think I'm in a way better spot than I was, 3-4 months from now. From now, and also, when you have a little dip in the season around, January, February, having that All-Star break that really lifts you back up, it's been good. And then at the same time, kind of, figuring out my lift rhythm, conditioning, all that stuff. So it's coming along, and I think we're doing it really well right now.
Malik, nice game. First home win since January 16th.
You had to say that?
Yeah, no offense. But, to bring a little life to the arena, feel the crowd, the vibes a little bit. Like, I know you're somebody who feeds off that a little bit. How nice was that, and how nice was it to give them one tonight?
Oh, yeah. It always feels good to get a win at home, man, especially in front of this crowd. But even though I don't even know our record, something terrible. But as bad as we are, they still come up and give us a lot of energy. They always loud. They always cheering for us, no matter how bad we are. So kudos to the fans, man.
Malik, from the moment you stepped on the floor tonight, it looked like you were extra motivated to score. Is that just you just needed to get a win, or was it something different?
A little bit of both. Debo wasn't now out there too, so had to be a little bit more aggressive. And yeah, I was just able to knock a few shots down. I missed too many though.
Malik, how you feeling physically wise, your body wise? I mean, going out there, you usually athletic guy, but you were looking extra balanced today from the dunks. You had the alley-oop, tip-in, things like that. Just how are you feeling body-wise, physically?
Oh, yeah, I'm good, man. My body is great. Been putting a lot of muscle mass on, so I wouldn't get banged up. So, yeah, I feel good right now.
You see Max and just kind of development he's had. Does he feel almost automatic around the hoop?
Hell no.
No.
I can't say that.
Got you. You've seen some growth there, obviously, though. I mean, how much is that just you guys being able to set him up and also him just having a better feel for the game?
That's him wanting to learn, man. He always asking questions, what he can do better, where can he get his shot set, and he got great testing around the rim, man. One of the best I've seen from a big, especially a rookie. So yeah, that's just him wanting to learn and asking questions and just wanting to get better.
Malik, kind of on the same lines, but Daquan seems to kind of be really seizing the opportunity he's been given so far this year. What's it been like to play with him, and maybe talk about from your experience, just seizing opportunities and seeing a young guy like that do it?
Oh yeah, I thought he was gonna play with us a little bit more after training camp. I liked him in training camp. Knew he can come out here and help us a little bit, and I'm just glad he getting the opportunity to show people that he can play and he could be in this league. But it's great to play with another athletic wing that can shoot the ball too. So I'm glad he's doing this thing.
Malik, I asked Max the same thing. 3 turnovers today as a team. What was the key to taking care of the ball?
That's
That's
a season low, right? It gotta be. That's crazy. 3 turnovers. It was just us being connected, man. Knowing that that's a team that like to get out and transition, and if we let them get out, they'll have an easy game and we'll lose, man. So that's just us taking accountability on not turning the ball over.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Malik.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, boy.
What you got?
Hey, Doug. 33 assists, 4 turnovers tonight. The assists started really early. What was it that was different with the ball hopping all over the court?
I mean, points of emphasis. This is stylistically, we want the ball to move that way. We want to make sure, excuse me, that we're moving the ball and moving bodies. And then you pair that with making some shots, and all of a sudden you get assists. But super proud of how the guys attacked, how they shared the ball. A lot of the reads, low man, shaking behind, making sure that they were taking their time and finding their teammates. So it was that's a big number. 30 is the number I like, but 33 is even better.
Hey, Doug. Daquan really seems to be seizing the opportunity that you've been giving him recently.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about that? Young guy, Malik was talking about how it's nice to be playing with another athletic guy out there.
Yeah.
Just talk about what he brings to you guys and him seizing his opportunities.
You know, his defensive ability, first and foremost, is his physicality, his multiple efforts. He crashes at a high level, so the possession game. Then he gets steals, possession game, and he shoots the shots he's supposed to. And he's in the gym working on it. So some nights you'll make him, some nights you won't. But just love everything that he's about. And he's all about team. He's all about doing all the right things to try to win. Whether we're up 10 or down 10, it doesn't matter. So. Identified him obviously in the summertime with the summer league, and he's just went down and give Stockton a lot of credit, continued to develop him, came back up here, continued to develop him, and then he's got an opportunity and he's taking full advantage of it.
DC, big advantage on points in the paint tonight. You had 68, 36 for them. Was that a point of emphasis? Was there something you saw that you guys wanted to attack the rim?
Not a super amount of rim protection like shot block or anything. So, my message was continuous, don't settle, get downhill. And then when you do that and you break the defense down, be willing to read the rim if someone is coming to block a shot and spray the ball out to your teammate. And that's where the assists come in. So I believe it was 66 paint touches, which probably is a season high for us, but we were touching the paint quite often, excuse me, and taking advantage of that.
Doug, I assume at the beginning of the season you kind of have conversations with different players about roles and kind of expectations. With players being in and out the lineup the way they are so frequently with this team, do you continue to have that conversations like you have a guy like Daquan and Neek and their roles change as the year go on? Do you kind of talk to them about it, or how does that work?
Yeah, watching film, talking to them, but also just encouraging them to be aggressive because they're young players, so we don't necessarily know what they can be. We want Neek to handle the ball. Can he be a secondary ball handler and run offense through him? I think he showed that he can do that. Plowden, can he switch off on some of the bigger guys because of his strength and physicality? So for them, to switch up as you go along, but more or less just be aggressive and play. And then as we see stuff, we can address those things and talk about them, add them into your player development package. But we really want to, for those guys, simplify and try to keep it as simple as possible so they just go out and play hard first and foremost.
And just wanted to ask you about Russ. Obviously, triple-double.
Yeah.
It's I guess old news, but especially doing what he's doing at his point in his career, I think it should be still a triple-double. So what was your thought about that, and just what he provides maybe other than scoring for you guys?
Man, Russ was spectacular tonight. He controlled the ball game. He found people in the pocket. He just continues to amaze that he can go out and produce the way that he does. And tonight was not only a great performance, but a needed performance for us, because there's moments there when I put him back in, calmed the game down, made sure that we got to actions that we wanted to get to, then took advantage. And that wasn't just him going and shooting. It was finding Neek in the pocket, skip passing to Malik on snap actions, making sure he gets downhill, makes the defense commit. Malik shake behind or hitting Plowden on a skip pass. So, all the adjectives and different things, I've probably used them all talking about Russ. So, like I said, it's an honor to coach him. Super proud of and for him. I believe that's 208, something like that, with a yawn. Really? Yeah. Say that like you mean it, Jason. Jason, say it like you mean it. Come on, you don't yawn when you're talking about Russell Westbrook and the triple-double. Goodness freaking gracious. What are we doing? All right, go ahead.